All right, we're back with episode 10 of our Oakland A's Rebuild series. We're going to make our first trade, and it's kind of a crazy one. We're going to trade Hassan Kim, who's going to get 10 mil in arbitration in his last year. He struggled with us. We love him, but just didn't really perform like we wanted him to. Wasn't even worth 2 wins at all with us for a year. And we're going to give up TJCs and 25-year-old Zach Jackson, a reliever, and we're going to move on from Ruiz. And what we're going to get is kind of a reliever slash starter, borderline guy, and 25 million in cash. So this is the A's way. We are selling players, and that's kind of what we need to do with our. We need to purge a lot of our minor league guys. So this is kind of a start. We still have a bunch of AAA outfielders. All these guys are MLB ready. So we need to either make room for him or move on from him. So that's where we are. Like Spencer Jones, I liked him before. His stuff I think just kind of died down a little bit once we traded for him. So, but we're gonna make this trade and look at our. I already offered a lot of guys in arbitration: Waldachek, Doval, Moran, Mueller. Even though I don't really have faith in him, I'm gonna look to trade him. And then Beatty won't even sign with us. So either go with to him through go arbitration hearing with him or just look to move him. He's not happy. We're not happy with him. I thought he was going to come in and hit pretty well, but it's okay. Reese Olson. There's some good looking guys here. I think I'd rather like Scooble. This it's decent. I mean, could use him for sure. Jesus Vargas, Shane Baz. Like Shane Baz. Home runs per nine scare me a little bit. Well, there's a lot to pick out from here. Any prospects anybody's willing to give up? Yeah, Jack Choate. No. Pinkney looks okay. Bernard Bengard. Jose Ramos. Jorge Bautista. Oh, this looks decent. Rosario and Cabrera. Might just go like buy low on these guys. It's hard to tell. Who else did we get here? Darius Vines, Tanner Gordon. Look at the hitters. I feel like our pitchers are fine. Now we just need to look for we need to boost our hitting because our bullpen is there. Our lineup just isn't. We don't really need to go first base types now. We are locked up with first base types. Gabriel Martinez is interesting. It can kind of be like a swap for underperforming guys. Siegler is nice. I mean, we could just give him the reins if he wants to be the catcher. Uh, this guy, first round pick. Interesting. Brock Wilken, first base. Casey Martin. No. A lot of guys to pick from. Jonah Heim. Hmm. See if there are multiple packages. Interesting. Don Soto. Jose Soriano. I do like that for Gabriel Martinez with the Angels. Tolve, first base type. Nope. Blakely. What if we can get Blakely and Martinez? I feel more comfortable with that. Or pink. Yeah, pink knee. Yeah, we could do this. Where's Blakely at? Blakely. Is he on the DL? Oh, interesting. Where is he at? Where is Blakely at? Blakely. Who, who did I see? Did I miss? I just missed him off. I'm just blind. Don't mind me. What? Is he on it? Oh, he's on the Arizona Fall League. I don't know. Right here. Okay. Okay, we might do this trade. Gabriel Martinez has some interesting prospects of being an outfield guy, and then the rest of them have good eyes. It could be kind of a depth option. Just kind of buying low with the Beatty experiment not working. So we're gonna do this. We also at some point want to get rid of some logjam when it comes to our AAA outfielders. Probably move on from Suzuki if we can. Teslas. Oh, we like Hines. We want to leave room for him and McRae. But let's see where we're at with the arbitration. We offered Nick Allen. Not sure if we're going to move forward with that, but let's look at our minor league. Jeter Downs played really well. Probably want to give him a minor league deal if he wants it. Geraldo, same thing. If he wants a minor league deal, sure. Lopez, no, we'll leave him. Curtis was good. Sosa, yes, we want to give him a major league deal. We got him with the trade with the White Sox, and we see a future with him. So we'll do that. Get him on the 40 man. Alexander Campos, Canario. Yeah, we can offer him a minor league deal if he wants. I don't think he's gonna want a minor league deal. But yeah, we don't really want to give him a 40 man spot though. Infante, no. Mojica, Paulino. A lot of these first base types we can just let go. Vespi struggled. Junior Perez. Cam, no. Give give Murray another minor league deal. Salome, no. This is gonna do good for our purging of our minor league system. All right, so I'll just let that be. And yeah, um, I'm not offering Wigginter a deal. We'll just kind of release him right now. And if there's anyone that's about to make minimum that we don't really care about, Suarez, no. Can all these guys are maybe we move on from Sears. Helping all these guys are gonna make minimum right here. Better Holloway. Holloway's gonna come up next year for sure. And what could we get for Sears? Let's see. Because he is only making 720. Okay, we got Farrell reacted. He's probably going to sign. But let's see if Sears gets traded. Nope. Nobody wants him. Nobody at all wants JP Sears. So that's interesting. Probably just DFA or include him in another trade. It's unfortunate. Thought he's going to be good. One of our, you know, lefty starters, but not going to work out for us. Check the waiver wire. A lot of waiver guys. Kopech, he is a free agent. It's not going to work out. Rakan, Battenfield, Chirinos, Criswell, Hans, Kraus, Tucker, Juan Encarnacion, Yemi Garcia. A lot of these guys are interesting. Antonio Jimenez, Lorenzen, Gill, Adrian Moran. Harry Ford. Hmm. Can't take him though. He's under 24. Unfortunate for us. Xavier Edwards, Mikey Kane, Jordan Pride, old friend, Freddie Zamora, Corona, LaCastro, Lutz, Enrique Bradfield, round two guy on the waiver wire for some reason. Tristan Lutz. All right, well, we'll avoid picking guys from the waiver wire when we have a bunch of guys on the roster. I do want to stick with Yandy next year at first base. Slash DH. Probably give Chanel another shot, but I don't know. Ledbetter was good. Love his eye. Our left fielder. And McCray will be our center fielder as of right now, unless I find some trade options. Just a lot of work to do this off season. So I'll be back when we figure something out. And yep. All right, so we're back. We're about to make our first trade or our second trade. We're gonna kind of buy low on Jordan Lawler, who's fragile. Still was in double A. Like his stealing ability, can play second. Probably have Volpe play third now. But his eye discipline, if he can develop, I like him. And then Michael Ciani, who is incredible in center, allows us to use him as a fourth outfielder or, however we want. Can also steal a bunch of bags. Like his output, we're going to give up Cameron Jawasius. Might be an issue. He had 57 home runs. Still rethinking this, but his work ethic isn't great. His eye potential hasn't gotten there yet, and his avoid Ks is there. And we also have Paul Guinea, and in Double A we have Blake Burke. I feel like it's pretty repetitive. And then also on the 40 man, we also have Yandy Diaz and then Nolan Chanel. So just trading some plethora for some young guys, 23 years old and 26 years old. Hopefully, we can get something out of them. And we're gonna do this trade. See if we can get some cash real quick. All right, let's see. No, nope. And they don't want to give us anything. All right, we're getting something out of you. All right, 500K. Doing this trade. We got Jordan Lawler, who we like, and Ciani, and now we're gonna move on from some outfield depth pieces in AAA. So I'll be back. All right, we found another trade. We're gonna give up Mason Hour. Good base runner, good fielder, but unneeded AAA depth. Clayton Beater also on the in AAA, struggled last year, and we're gonna move on from him along with Hunter Mann. We got a trade from the Mariners. Not really seeing much So we're gonna get rid of some depth and add in maybe a guy who can start and be in the bullpen for us. Um, Only gonna be making about probably a mil. In oh no, he's still minimum. He's on arb yet. So we're gonna do this trade. Get him on the 40 man. We have to take someone off. And for some reason I omitted my that we have a second baseman in Muncy and Abrams, but we're looking to move Nick Allen, and then we'll probably move Volpe to short or something. Um, I just like keeping a good infield depth. As we saw, Muncy just was out for the whole year pretty much. So we'll move on from Nick Allen. Have Volpe play short. Hopefully, when it comes to third base, second base defense, we can, kind of back him up at short. Um, so now we're going to try to get rid of some more depth. Should really be trading these guys for non like this. Yeah. Evan White, minimum. He's out for 2 months. Yeah, he had good peripherals. All right, so we'll do this. He's on the 40 man, I assume. Yeah. Try to get rid of somebody else on the 40 man. Lawrence Butler, Thier. Yeah, let's see if anybody else is on the team that we like prospect. The hard part about prospects and everything is I should make my own um, right here and make it so it's potential. Okay, so we have some hope here. Ledbetter, Beltray, um, Elliott. I want to keep Elliott. Uh, we'll move on from Gabriel Martinez because he can't play the outfield, and we're not going to DH him. So we're going to get Wyatt Crowell, who kind of has fifth round pick, was on my short list. Could be a guy. Then Kyle Nicholas. Um, so that's exciting. Hopefully he's not on the 40 man. He is not. So we're good there. Rivas, he looks like a dominant. I mean, if I could get him, what would it take to get him? I'll give a lot to get him. No, kind of want to give up a high level prospect. Where's that catcher prospect? Where's he at? Where's he at? Jeez. Hold on. That's the problem with having no potential in current ratings. We just have to find them as we go. They really don't want to give up Rivas. All right, so I'll revisit this another time, but we like him a lot. Drake Baldwin looks like a good. They wouldn't give him up, right? Yeah. He's already on the 40 man too. Pineda, same thing. Browski, Mikey Kane. All right, we'll do this trade. Get some cash. All right, let's see if we can get more. Getting greedy. Gotta get greedy. We want to keep our our budget in the black. I don't see anything in him. Not him. Let's check down here first. Tarnock, Perkins, Pendleton, like Pendleton, Olson, McCray, Casper, Holman. He's not going to be anything. All right, we'll do this trade. And there we go. Freed up some spots. There we are. All right, and find a trade for Nick Allen, hopefully. And we'll be hopefully in a better spot. Not sure how I'm feeling. It's really hard to trade in this sim. I made it really difficult. So we'll see how this goes. Makes it a lot tougher to do a rebuild when you can't even snag top players. But that's how it goes when you want a real challenge, like real life challenge. I can't just swindle teams left and right, um, like you want. I do like Siegler. Maybe I just do Chase Davis. I can't keep going for those guys though. Let's see if we can get. I do like Siegler. He allows us to move on from one of our catchers, probably Stevenson, due to his just his contract of 8 mil. Let's see. Wilkin add another first base bat in place of what's his name that we just lost. The big bopper. Uh, we could just trade Stevenson in this. But hold on, let me see what Stevenson garners. Is it anything? That looks like a decent haul. Let's see. Dermot. So Nicole. Angel Martinez. It's promising. Yiddy Cape. Kyle Busch. Kyron Paris. Covia. Get Cusick back. uh, let's see what Chase McDermott. Oh, he's doing. Oh, he struggled. Very unhappy. Let's see if we can get any Cowser. Give me Cowser. If we can get Cowser, that'd be phenomenal. Canario, he's gonna be a free agent anyway. So get Cowser. He's on the 40 man. But we like his eye. Just adds another, guy that could platoon. Spencer Nivens. Yeah, I mean I don't mind. He's not gonna be anything. I wish we get Nivens. Stovall, no. Let's look at their 40 man. I know Gunner has struggled a little bit. He's been fine. Colby Mayo. Jordan Westberg. No. Dylan Beavers. No. I can give it Montez for him, but we don't really have the space for him anyway. Grayson Rodriguez. Well, I like this because then we can Joey Martinez. Joey Ortiz. I think he was just traded for um, Corbin Burns in real life. Joey Ortiz, Brady Casper. Maybe we could do that. It's on the 40-man, right? Yeah. No, let's not do this. I'm not gonna do any more 40-man stuff. Anybody close? Hartle? Hmm. No, not really worth it. No. This really makes me have to like do a deep dive into the team system that I want to go after, which is interesting. Um, I should put more time and effort into it, and we would probably be better off as we're trading. But what can you do? Don't have like all the time in the world to do this. Still have to go to work. All right. Let's see if we can. CJ, I like his catcher ability. Pinto, I like him. We can just get rid of Pinkney. Just kind of depth. Good second base prospect in here. Don't think he's on the 40 man. He is not. All right, so we're gonna do this. Let's see if we can add some cash. We can, and we get rid of the 8 mil that we're giving Stevenson. So I'm okay with this. And then we'll trade Nick Allen. JT Ginn. Kind of want to keep Ginn just to see if he can bump it up. I like his bullpen. Okay, Anthony Hall. Yeah, we'll get rid of Anthony Hall. Just kind of depth, and then we fill it out with more depth who I like better. And Chase McDermott. Chase McDermott had a low work ethic, but he could really be a reliever too. So we like that. And minor league contract. Nivens, who was an eighth round pick, um, playing really well in Double A. So, yep, we're gonna do this, and fans decrease. But then look at this trade that we're about to do. You guys are gonna love this. We're going to get Siegler from the Yankees, and hopefully somebody else that we can snag. Jason Dominguez is out. That sucks. You signed an extension? No. I mean, I would give up the world for him. Montes. Where's Montes? Montes. No, they don't really want to give him up at all. Can't blame him. Rodolfo Castro, he played pretty well. Sub 300 OBP though. And we should be good. It's just a 1-1 trade. Nick Allen for Siegler, defense for defense. I don't mind it. Nick Allen's good defensively, but his bat is just not good enough. And Siegler, his bat is looks like league average. And if he can do that for us, we would love that with him and Henry Davis. So we're gonna do this. Do some cash like we always do with the Oakland A's. Taking a bit of a hit for every trade because we want cash. We need the cash. Like we only have budget available right now. It's so funny. All right, 1 mil. No, okay, give us 500K. No, okay, screw you. 200K. All right, made this trade. Opens up Volpe to play short. If he struggles there, then we'll look to move him, but move off of him. But right now we're looking at Diaz, Siegler, Henry Davis, um, Davis, Diaz, Muncy, Volpe. I mean Abrams. I don't want to play short. There we go. Hines, Cray, Suzuki. And we have Ledbetter, who's probably going to play in place of Hines. Chanel, Julian, first Diaz, whatever. Flip flop them. Diaz is better at first. So, all right, sounds good. And we have McDermott now, who's not even on the 40 man, which is great. Let's see. Chance McDermott, the AAA. Okay, so Peoria. Okay. All right. Well, sounds good. We'll get back to you when we make some more moves. We have a lot of movement to be had. So there we go. Back. It is December 4th. It is the off season of 2025, and we already made some trades. But we are looking to change things up here in Oakland, big time. We have some trades lined up. We have 75 million available, and we were looking to really make some things shake. So we're going to take on salary to grab some prospects. We have two trades lined up. This one will get Jared Dickey, third round pick in 2023. Um, Probably start AAA, but just a guy, a prospect. And we're going to take on Kevin Gosman, who has 1 year left, 23 mil. They'll eat 45%, so 10 mil. And we're going to give up two minor league relievers. Nothing really there. But this just deepens our depth, and then we'll just DFA Gosman when he comes in. We're gonna do this trade, and we're going to uh, release Gosman. And then we have another trade lined up with the Washington Nationals for Steven Strasburg, who has 1 year left for 35 million. We're gonna eat most of that, and then we're gonna DFA him. But we're getting Dylan Cruz, second overall pick. It doesn't look like the guy that he's supposed to turn into. Um, I didn't mean to do that. Um, but we're gonna get Dylan Cruz. He has 1 year in the majors, played pretty well, and we're gonna give up a lot of depth in the outfield. Freddie Casper, Lawrence Butler, who I like, but he's 25. Probably no more than like a 1.5, 2 win player. Jake Garland, 25-year-old reliever slash starter. Trying to do our 12th round pick in 2023, two-way guy. Um, and well, Levis, Brian Blevis, uh, who I mean, these guys are just kind of minor league depth, and we're gonna get Strasburg. We're gonna eat this money. We're gonna release him right away, and we're gonna get Dylan Cruz on the team. So we traded for a couple of outfielders, really focusing on offense. Release Strasburg, add Dickey, and then we do have some depth to kind of get away. I also want to mention we made a couple more trades. We traded for Everson Piera, um, for Encarnacion Strand, who wasn't really going to do anything with us. He improved his defense, which is nice, but his Ks per nine isn't really there. We have a lot of infielders. We made the trade, and we also gave up. Let's see, we also gave up Jeter Downs, who kind of turned it around in the minors, but also same thing, low K rate, not the best at shortstop. So what's he really going to do for us? We have a bunch of infielders. Um, Made that trade. We also made another trade with the Yankees. We traded Suzuki, and the reason why I traded Suzuki is because and we also ate 20% of his deal. The reason why we traded Suzuki is because of his arbitration for 2027 was screwing with our extension, so we had negative money for our extension money right here. So we couldn't make any trades really if they were going into 2027. And he really didn't do anything for us, so we just got something good for him. Um, we got Marcos Cabrera, kind of a infield depth guy, and also cream of the crop, Randy Vasquez, who might be starting in our bullpen because we have five already. We have Rojas, Baumeister, Tarnick, Waldachek, and Perkins, but he's just a good. He's. I really have a lot of faith in him. Good case per nine, walks, low home run rate. Just I don't know why they would give him up. We also gave up Roger Rang and JP Sears. Finally gave up JP Sears, and we got Will Warren, depth, Ryan Lasco, um, former seventh round pick for depth. Brock Selvage, also depth. Um, Marcus Cabrera. And we give Roger Rang. We also got Roger Rang from a trade with the Seattle Mariners. We traded Kyle Muller finally for Arl Vera, good third baseman. See a future with him. He's going to be a guy, I think. Just this balanced bat profile. Hopefully, gets his Ks up to 50. Work ethic, intelligence high. Uh, I'd say he's better. He's a better C Encarnacion Strand, and we traded for Evan White, who had 8 million left, but he was an ARB. It wasn't even offered it yet, so we just didn't offer him arbitration. So pretty much it was Barrel for Muller, and the uh, that's it. Let's see. Then we traded him to the Yankees in that big trade. Any other trades we made? Let's see. Oh yeah, big trade. We traded for Cade Doughty. Doughty? Dottie, I should probably look up how to say it because he's a big part of our future. He's a leader, high work ethic, born to be a leader, and we made a big trade. We traded our the 54 prospect Montez, Reese Olson, who we just acquired from the Tigers for our beater and Hunter Man. Flipped him in this trade for Dottie and Cieni, who we got from the Diamondbacks, along with Jordan Lawler for Cameron Josias. So just kind of flipping guys, and I really like Dottie. He struggled a tiny bit this year, but if he could replicate his 2024, we'd be in good shape. Um, so love that trade. He'll start at third base or somewhere else. Then we have Yandy Diaz, still Julian, Palmagani, and then we traded for Anthony Siegler for Nick Allen. Uh, I am scared that our shortstop defense with Volpe is going to be a little rough, but we're taking the bats over the defense for now, and we'll see what happens. If there's any issues, we'll sign a guy or whatever the case is. We'll figure it out in the moment if it's really an issue for us. But right now we have to figure out who. Oh, we also traded for George Springer um, in that trade, the Doughty trade. And we got Jacob Cozart, 22-year-old catcher. Uh, so feel pretty good about that deal. They're eating a good part of Springer's contract, 90% of the remaining 22 and a half. And he's a righty option against lefties. Um, but now we have to figure out who's getting the cut. We have Fulton Cowser from the Orioles in a trade. We got Chase McDermott. You saw that earlier for Tyler Stevenson. Um, so let's see. I think we're gonna leave it for now, but I think Springer would be the first one up. Um, if we're gonna trade, or we can trade part of the infield depth that we have, because we have a bunch of guys. So let's see what we can get for Gauthier. It's gonna be tough to get all these guys in the lineup, but we also are gonna have injuries like we had in the last couple of years. So I do not mind Josh McKinsky, Luis Patino. Uh, Patino's on the 40 man. He is. He's making 3 mil. We can add somebody else in here. Still like Ledbetter, Cowser, like all these guys a lot. It's just hard to get rid of them. Peoria, Reese Hines. We have a huge depth in the outfield. Springer, and Gauthier. Let's see. Let's see if anybody offers us something interesting. Michael King could be a good reliever, depth. Patino again. You know what? I do like the Michael King move. Detmers. Also, like, we don't really need starters, though. He's going to be a free agent after this year. So is Michael King. That's okay. We'll go with Michael King. Are they going to eat some money? We still have 30 million to eat to play with. All right, so they'll eat 4 mil. All right, we're going to do this. And we'll get Cruz on there. We'll get King on here. And I think this might be what we're going to roll with for our season. So let's see. Let's take Chanel off of force start. And then we have a lineup of Siegler. We're gonna have Davis start because he wants to be a starter. We'll have Siegler be a bench guy. He's unhappy because of his performance. It's okay, buddy. It's all right. Diaz, Muncy, Doty, Volpe, who has a 55. At short, we're gonna see how that plays out, but he's a leader. We want to keep him. Jared Dickey, our coach wants to start. McRae in center. Hopefully he's decent in center. And then Cruz in right. Um, that looks pretty good to me. Julian at DH. I love the eye that we have on this team. Batter ratings. Our eye potential is phenomenal, and we still have 25 million to work with. The 27th highest team budget in baseball. So I think this is what we're gonna go with. We'll look at the free agents real quick. I think Otani is a free agent again. He had an opt out, and he did opt out. Let's see. And I did look, and from the A's, he wanted 65 million. 60, yeah, 61 million demand. Jeez, look at that. So I don't know who's gonna offer him that. Hopefully, a realistic team. Willie Adames is available. He's a little redundant. He's just a little better than Volpe at short, and he cost a draft pick, which we're not going to go after. Brian Reynolds is a free agent. He had a player opt out. Bo Bichette, not that good at short, not even worth it. Compensation pick too. Kyle Schwarber, looked at him for a little bit, but he'd be redundant. He wouldn't even get playing time really. Um, and then no one else really stands out. Chris Paddock stood out a little bit, but we don't need the starters now. We have a bunch. Dylan Cease, same thing. We're gonna go with our starters that we have. We have 6 starters that we trust. 7 and JT Ginn. Um, so we love that. We have Connor Phillips just in case, who a lot of people wanted. I almost traded him for Doty straight up, um, but I have too much faith. Keaton Wynn, Michael King now. Love to see it. Moran, Elder, Duvall, JT Ginn, and Vasquez is our guys. And then in AAA we have plethora of outfielders. Uh, don't like that. We have our infielders. And we have Warren, Suarez, Salinas, Reagans, McDermott, Knack, Holman, Herman. So that's a lot of depth at starting pitcher. So we're going to try to figure out. We're going to release Ben Joyce because he is just not good anymore. And we're going to try to figure out who wants to go to the bullpen in AAA when we hit spring training, but they're all going to be up with us. So yeah, that's where we're at. Didn't make any moves on the waiver wire or anything. Kind of, we're solidified on our coaching front. We we have our trainer, we have our scouting director now, who's getting a lot of the scouting reports in, John Hairston, and our staff is ecstatic. So we'd love to see that. Minor leagues are good. Team chemistry for the squad. A couple bad relationships, but I think that's okay. We don't have Galoff anymore. I wonder how Galoff finished the year. Uh, Terrible. I mean, he ended up getting a little better, but his poisonous personality, I don't think is going to make any team a winner. I want to say it's just cancerous in general in this game. When you have someone like that, they just end up not helping it. Like they end up being worthless and actually a negative to the clubhouse. I want to say that one of the reasons why we underperformed a little bit. So there we are. All right, we'll be back in probably spring training or something else happens. All right, we're back at the start of spring training, and we did sign some international free agents. We signed one pitcher from the Dominican Republic. Uh, Good overall. We signed to a $5.4 million bonus. The limit now is 6.3, and then we signed one other pitcher. Um, where's he at? Where's he at? Robles, who doesn't really have a third pitch, but signed to like a $900 million deal. So we're happy with that. We're in spring training. Just look at the squad. I got the lineups already. We got Davis, Diaz, Muncy, Doty, Volpe at short, uh, Dickey in left, Cray, Cruz, Julian, and then we have these backups all ready to go. We have some guys fighting for like the fourth outfield role. I mean, we have Ledbetter, who we're probably going to keep. Um, Cowser, we have Lasco, a bunch of these guys, Nivens. We have Clark Elliott, who had a really good year last year, so he'll get some run. We have Hines, resigns. All these guys are fighting for spots. CJ Abrams will be our fourth guy, fourth or yeah, our bench infielder, and Lawler is fighting for a backup role too. Um, DH Paul McGanny and Chanel. Um, some big bats, and then we have Blake Burke fighting for a spot. Julian. Hopefully he gets going, have him leading off, getting a lot of at bats. Make sure he gets ready for the season, and we'll have him batting as lefties too. So the lineup looks pretty good. Doty batting third, ready for him to shine. Um, Hopefully he has some good variance with his play. His avoid case scares me, but his power looks good, and he can play third pretty well. So we're here. We're gonna get through free agents or get through spring training. We have $15 million available for the draft and everything. We have our player development maxed out at 30. We have our scouting maxed out at 27 million, and our payroll is 28th still. So, but they did. John Fisher did up our budget a little bit to 168. So we're looking pretty good. I'm not really looking for guys on the waiver wire now. 40 man is pretty stacked. Wish I got rid of some outfield depth, but these guys are all kind of young and looking for playing time. They'll get better in AAA too. Like Peoria, really like him. He won a World Series with who was it? The Yankees. They won the World Series. They beat the who did they beat? They beat the Marlins in the World Series. So that's interesting. We have Vera fighting for a spot, third base, backup. Muncy pretty much has second base all locked to himself. And we'll check team chemistry. Some bad relationships, but hopefully it gets better. We have a lot of leaders. We have a lot of captains. Muncie's a captain. Doty's a captain. Volpe's a captain. So you love to see it. We'll get through spring training and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, not many injuries, or if there are injuries, it's at a spot where we could use some young guys to get up so they're not angry. We have Cruz starting for us at right. Um, Not a huge fan of our defense. Everyone's pretty much average, like 55. Same with McCray. Hopefully he improves defensively. We might look to move off of him. Find a center fielder who can just play and play defense. Same with catching. We did sign Austin Hedges to a minor league deal, so if our catchers are really that bad, we'll bring him up. We got him on a minor league deal for 1.8 mil. Um, so if someone gets hurt, he's probably up, and he's probably going to start. Siegler wants to be a bench guy. He should be good defensively though. And Henry Davis, I'm a little scared, but his hitting is so good, and he wants to be a bench player too. So I don't know. These guys are going to split time. Um, so I really don't care, to be honest. Every second game, every third game. Okay. Copy this, paste, and we're going to get through spring training. So I'll see you in a little bit. And we're back at opening day. We just got through spring training. We had some injuries. But no one's going to be on our 15-day or 10-day DL or injured list. But we can take a look at the spring stats. We had a bunch of guys get playing time, position players, had guys overperform, underperform. We have Marcos Cabrera, hit well, but he's going to start in Double A. Guy from the Yankees, Luis Marinez, going to be in Triple A. He hit well in 2 plate appearances. Ryan Lasco, Triple A. CJ Abrams is going to be up. He's going to be kind of our bench infielder. He hit a 200 WRC plus, which we like to see. Just want to get his eye up a little bit, and maybe he'll sneak into the starting lineup. He will anyway if there's an injury. Yandy Diaz does what he does. 196 WRC plus. Grant McCray. It's great to see him perform in spring training. Volpe, love to see that. And I also gave Volpe an extension. So he gave him a 6-year extension with the 2 team options on the back end, um, with some buyouts as well, 3 million total in the buyout. And he just hit arbitration this year, so we feel good about that. It's only 6 mil for the next year, 2027, 8, 9, 9.5. So if it doesn't work out, we can always just not take the team option. Malone did well, 23 plate appearances. He'll be in AAA though. And Cade Doughty hit really well. We love to see it. We were looking at him at an extension too, but we're gonna see how it goes. The bat profile scares me a tiny bit. Blake Burke will be in AAA. He hit really well, and Jared Dickey will be our starting left fielder against righties. Blakely is going to start in AAA, even though he raked with us. Like his bat, but his avoid K's is a little scary. We also traded for Juan Yepes in a small trade for Osiel Rodriguez, fragile 24-year-old reliever who was mad he wasn't going to be in the majors. But we have Yepes. He hasn't really performed at all. Was a league average hitter last year, but he's going to start in AAA for us. Spencer Nivens hit well, but he's going to be in Double A. Try to move him up fast. He hit really well last year in Double A for the Orioles. And we have Siegler, who hit well. He's going to be taking time with Henry Davis at catcher. Love to see it. And Pereira doesn't have any options left. He's going to be up with us. He's probably going to hit against lefties and playing center, unfortunately. Uh, but love his home run power. Really good bat profile and speed profile. Have a strategy up so we can steal more bases, be more aggressive. Julian didn't hit that well, and Dylan Cruz was average, and he wants an extension, but we're gonna wait on him too. Jordan Lawler's gonna start in AAA. He is fragile. Colton Cowser gonna start in AAA. A lot of depth pieces. Canario AAA. Palmagiani AAA, and Vera AAA, and Nolan Jones we got in trade for Cole Reagans, who didn't have any options left, so we just traded for Nolan Jones. He is currently, I think he's DFA'd right now. Yeah, Nolan Jones DFA. We also DFA Chris McMahon. McMahon from he was originally in a trade from the Rockies. He didn't have any options left, and also, so we're gonna wait to see what to do with Nolan Jones. But he is a leader. He's a captain. So we might try to get him a spot. He can't go straight to AAA, but he is on the 40 man. Spencer Jones was average. He's going to start in AAA. Max Muncy wasn't good. Sorry, Spencer Jones was not average. He was far below average, 68 WRC plus. But Max Muncy wasn't good. But he's going to be our starting second baseman. Brock Jones. Chanel's going to get another shot in our team. Sosa's going to play on our team. He didn't have any options left. So he'll be kind of a bench guy. Let's see. Henry Davis didn't hit well. Ledbetter didn't hit well, but he's gonna lead off. He's gonna be our fourth outfielder. Clark Elliott's gonna start in AAA, and Rivera and Hedges are gonna be in AAA. And then for pitchers, um, we had, let's see, not meet the team. All pitchers real quick.
You talking to yourself?
And for pitchers in spring training, we had Tarnock pitch well. Holman's going to be in AAA. Tarnock's going to be in our starting rotation. Tried to give him an extension, but he didn't want one. Um, Perkins gonna be our number one. McDermott's gonna be in AAA to start. Suarez gonna be in AAA. Ferguson we signed late. Gave him a team option with 6 mil for the first year. Just couldn't pass that up. Really good stuff. He'll be up for us. Moran, gonna be up for us. Baumeister, I actually gave him an extension. Doesn't have a year left, but gave him a 7 year extension worth pretty much nothing. So 7 years, 23 mil with team options on the back end. So buying low on him. Keaton Wynn's going to be in the bullpen. Will Warren's going to be in AAA. Elder Waldachuk is going to be our number two. Let's see. Nicholas Doval. Nicholas is going to be in AAA. Wow. Doval's going to be in our Major League bullpen. Randy Vasquez, who we got from the Yankees, is going to be in the rotation in AAA. Get him starting down there. 90 pitches. There we go. And he'll be kind of like our sixth guy if we need a starter. And then just looking, Knack, Salinas, all AAA. Knack, Rojas is going to be our number four. Still really like him. King from the Yankees is going to be in our bullpen. Gann is going to be in AAA to start. Alvarado is going to be in our bullpen as our closer slash stopper. I don't know why he's mad. Okay, his performance. And Holloway's going to be in AAA. So we have our opening day roster set. We did have the roster change to 28 players, active roster, so it's good for us. We had um, a lot of extra MLB ready guys that we can actually get up in the majors. So we're gonna play opening day. We have Jack Perkins. We're gonna play the Twins. Let's see, and the Twins still have Byron Buxton. They have Royce Lewis, who is good. He is in arbitration. They have Luis Ariz again. Michael Bush. They made a trade with the Dodgers for a couple prospects, sorta. Yeah, 16-year-old, 17-year-old. And Byron Buxton is playing center. Good for him. He is fragile. Tried to trade from the offseason, but they wanted too much. Joey Gallo, they signed, I guess. All right. And he's been with them since 2024. And he is did not play last year that well, but in 2024 he had a 115 WRC plus. Manuel Rodriguez was a prospect as a free agent. He was signed as an international free agent in 19, so he developed pretty well. Didn't play that well last year, but let's see what he does this year. Looks like a pretty strong candidate. Brooks Lee, their top prospect, came up and it was dominant in 2024 and 2025. And Correa is still with them, easily putting up 6 WAR, 4 WAR, 5 WAR, and then 4.5 WAR. And Danny Jansen they traded for from the Jays, who has 22 mil this year and a player option for next year. Decent catcher. Let's see. Career framing. Yeah, he's a good framer. So Twins look pretty good. Pitching staff, they have Joe Ryan. It's their number one. Sullivan, Fott. They traded for Fott for Jose Miranda. Okay, interesting. And now Fott is in their rotation. Okay. So, Andrew Healy. Yeah, Rodriguez is the number 6 OSA prospect, and Chance Mako number 73. All right, so we're gonna play the first game. Who do we need to add to the roster? Oh, oh, so. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have to get someone off the 40 man to put Sosa on there. I wonder if we can. Mm, We're just going to DFM. And we're going to bring somebody else up. Let's see. Nolan Jones. All right, we'll deal with Nolan Jones for now. Abrams is second. Backing up. Abrams backing up second. And we are going to play opening day 2026. Jack Perkins on the mound. We got Julian leading off. Diaz, Doty, Dickey, Cruz, Muncy, Volpe, Davis, and McCray. And they have Lewis leading off, Rise, Bush, Buxton, Gallo, Rodriguez, Lee, Correa, and Jansen. With Joe Ryan on the mound. And we are home, still in Oakland. And we scored 3 runs in the first inning on a, let's see, um, error on their shortstop. Single from Muncy, brought in 1, and single by Dickey, brought in 1. All right. And with a little wrist action. Perkins pitching well. And we'll probably get somebody rolling. See. All right, yeah, we're going to bring in Moran. And get somebody else warm. Phillips. And now we're looking good. So 6-1 we had. Diaz have a single. He singled Brandon Volpe. And who else? I think Volpe tried to score. Yeah, that was Volpe trying to score. And Buxton hit a home run off Perkins. Dickey doubled, Brian Julian. What else? All right. So we're up 6-1. We have Connor Phillips in, and he's in trouble, but we get out of it. And we will probably try to bring in Elder for the rest of the game. And bring in Elder, and we do like to have some. Let's see. Defensive replacements, but we're good. Elder trying to get through 2 innings, and he's in trouble, so we'll get Alvarado up, and we'll go batter by batter. And all right, Dickey made a good play in left. A little worried about him in left, but it looks like we have the most average outfield defensive lineup in history. I'd say we have the most average total defensive array here. The problem I have is with Volpe with 55 defense. Everyone else is okay, and that's what really makes it average. McCray too, kind of iffy on the center field defense, but we have 2 outs here in the ninth. We're up 6-1, and we'll see if the A's can take opening day from the Twins. And let's see, Lois gets a Royce Lewis base hit to load the bases, and now we have a rise up, a little bit of mound visit, and if he gets on, we'll bring in Alvarado. And he grounds out the first, and that's opening day. The A's win 6-1, and hopefully this leads to our first 500 year. Quick look at the preseason predictions. We're predicted to go 77-85. I don't really agree with that based on our lineup, based on our pitching, bullpen. I just don't see us going. I mean, I can see us going 77-85, but that is our lowest variance point, I'd say. Our highest is probably 92 wins, and right in the middle is around 83 wins. So 83, 84 wins is what I'm expecting. All right, and quick look at the team chemistry. Happy. We have great leaders, great players all around. Some bad relationships, that's not a big deal. And then on the staff, everyone's happy. So there's no excuse to not have a good year. Quick look at the waiver wire. I don't really want to bring anyone in unless there's an obvious fit. But Gallardo, Mason Montgomery, teams just give up so easily on these guys. I mean, I think we could just take Ryan Murphy from the Giants, so we'll do that. Maybe we can stash him in AAA, get a scouting report. Yeah, there we go. Hitters. Why are we just why are we just DFAing random people? Spencer Torkelson got DFA'd. How did he do last year? Oh, he was in AAA, so that's not good. Yeah, I'm good on that. So yeah, I mean, we let go of a guy too, so there's just too much talent in the league. I think I'm gonna look to expand here in the next off season. But yep, that's opening day. We'll probably be back in mid-season when something happens. And this is the end of also the 10th episode, so I think we're looking at the 11th episode coming out with first year player draft. So I'll see you then. All right, we're back in July, and this is kind of a reality check for me. Kind of didn't come back to in the middle of the year for the first year player draft, so we'll go back and look. But an update: we're 45 and 58. Really sad. We had a stretch here in May, which I just almost resigned because it was so brutal. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14 uh lose streak, lose lost streak, whatever, losing streak, which really just killed our 500 record. Uh, and I was just pissed off. Then what happened? We had a couple. Do we have any injuries? Not really. I mean, Waldachek and Tarnok got hurt, but we'll quickly look at who's doing well. Tarnok is pitching okay, really well, like peripheral wise, but his ERA plus is not good. 4.66 ERA. We still love him. He's on pace for 118 innings. Waldachuk is really struggling. He has a 5.40 FIP. He's gonna be arbitration eligible, but we have faith in him. As far as pitchers go, Jack Perkins has kind of taken a dip in recent. He had a really bad game against Texas that dropped his FIP, but he's been rocking like a 3.5 for the rest of the whole year, except for this game right here, bumped it up to 4. So we're not really worried about him. Rojas has been fine peripherally, but his ERA is up. The run prevention just isn't there for us. Michael King has been great. I'm trying to trade him, but because he's a free agent after this year, but no one really wants him. Kind of surprised. His numbers are ridiculous. Love him. Baumeister, who we signed again to a 7-year deal, really cheap, is pitching okay, 4.6 FIP. I mean, we'll take that all the time, I guess, from him. Maybe we can get it down to 4. That'd be great. We brought up JT again, give him another shot. He hasn't pitched yet. He was in relief in some starter role in AAA. Give him another shot before we call it quits. And we brought up our number one prospect, 16 overall, Matt Rowe. He was our 7th overall pick in 2025. And let's see what he did in Double A Midland. He just totally skipped Triple A. He had a 3.57 FIP. His strikeout percentage was ridiculous, 32.8. Walk rate could be better. His control is 45 right now, but we took the chance on him. He's struggled a little bit, but that's just how it's gonna go. If he struggles a little more for 2 more starts, we'll bring him back down because we have Tarnok coming off and Waldachuk. Uh, and then is Moran's pitching okay, 3.44 FIP. Run prevention isn't there. Duvall's been okay. I mean, really good, but again, run prevention. This is really based on you can tell, our defense. Connor Phillips been okay. Keaton Wynn's been okay. He's been good. Galloway we brought up. He's been good. Just giving people chances. Kyle Nicholas, who we got in a trade with Atlanta, which was part of the Halpin. We got Crawl when we traded him. We made a couple trades, but we traded away Gabriel Martinez, Huglin, Halpin for Nicholas and Crowell a while ago, and we have Matt Rowe. So, and then the lineup, we have Max Muncy hitting well. Really went on a tear. He got Player of the Month, I think, 1 week, 1 month. Volpe, who we signed to an extension, playing well. His defense has not been good, so we're gonna look to move off of him at short. Dickey's come back or come from the National or the Jays, sorry, in the Gossman contract eating trade, and he's been okay. We expect a little more out of him. Ferrara, who we got in the Tampa Bay deal for CES. How's CES doing? Is average. And Jeter Downs. And Ferrara has been really nice against, he's mostly going up against lefties as a 141 WRC plus, kind of a platoon guy. Julian's been okay, but he's angry about our lineup and his performance. OBP's still there, but I wish he did a little better. Henry Davis has been good. Framing has not been good, but his hitting's been good. McRae has not been good. We're just underperforming again. I expect more from him, at least kind of like a 220 average with like a 320 OBP and then like a 390, 400 slug, but just not doing it. Siegler struggled. CJ Abrams struggles. I moved him to center and because we had McRae hurt for a little bit and he could fill it out there, but he's just not good. Nolan Jones, no. Doty has been a disappointment. We're gonna keep him though. Pomegani struggled, and Vara, who I really like, he can play shortstop the same rate as Torres. I mean, not Torres, Volpe. Jeez. And another one of my online sims, Gleyber Torres, just got elected to the Hall of Fame in 2036. So I had him on my mind for a second. uh, and so, yeah, our lineup has just been abysmal. We we have a lot of people. Our development has been incredible. Our player development. We just have a lot of good guys that are getting a boost from um, our high budget player development. Let's go into the trade I made. You guys might have noticed that Yandy Diaz was gone because we traded him to the Twins along with Randy Vasquez, um, who his controls isn't there for what we want. We had a plethora of guys. Crowell and Derek Coro, reliever, for Juan Asienso. Look at these numbers. Our assistant GM Theo Epstein just 1-for-1. Diaz for Asensio said it's a no-brainer. We really think that Asensio is going to be top 10 prospect in baseball. He was a scouting discovery for Minnesota. We also got Edgar Rico, who is their second overall position player prospect, 17 years old. So excited about him. Not the best batter profile, but if he can get his power up, that'll do. And we also got Tanner Schobel, AAA 25-year-old kind of utility guy. So yeah, just we had to trade Yandy. He was going to be a free agent. He's been good. He really started off poor and then picked it up. But we looked at what he wanted in negotiations. He wanted about 20 mil a year for 4 years or something, and we were already 15 games under. But once we made the trade, we got on a little bit of a winning streak, and that was that. We also made a couple trades. Let's see, what did we do? Let's see if we can go to transactions. Da, da. All right. Okay, we traded Caleb Ferguson, who was doing really well for us, who was on a 1-year deal with a team option, to the Cardinals for Darlin Saladin, 23-year-old kind of reliever type. Could maybe start if he gets his control, maybe some TCR. And Xander Hamilton, reliever, 25 years old. So we just took a chance. Not Xander. That was for the Alvarado trade. We also traded Alvarado, retaining 100% of his 9 mil to the Yankees in exchange for Hansel Rosario, who I'm going to start in a little bit, but have him closing for now. Has good stuff. 23 years old. Um, and Xander Hamilton. So that's where we're at. We fired our manager Adam Rosales, which I think my game is going to crash because I clicked on. Sometimes when I click on a manager, um, it crashes my game. So I think we're going to be right back. All right, yep, my game crashed, but we're back. We promoted Richard Martinez from AAA Aviators to um, be the manager of the Oakland A's. He's coming from inside the organization. He has performed everywhere except Lansing. Um, but since we hired him, since we promoted him, he's 12-6 with the A's. So happy about that. That's the same time that we made those trades, um, trading away Alvarado, Ferguson, and Yandy Diaz. So happy about that. Our coaches' cohesion, they're ecstatic. Our team chemistry is happy. We don't have any other issues there. And then we can go into the first year player draft that we had. Um, we took Noble Meyer with our ninth overall pick, another college starting pitcher. We're going to have him in rookie ball and only go 50 pitches per start because he already had 130 innings in college. So we're going to save him for next year. High work ethic, 1 is 6.5 mil. It's just a slot bonus. It's a leader, just overall great stuff. And then we also went another college pitcher, Jim Garrett, um, who signed for 550,000 under slot. Love his personality, good stamina, decent ratings. Wish he had a slider, a curveball, but what can he do? He has a sinker, changeup, fastball, and splitter. So looks like a pure. He's gonna strike out probably 7, 8 guys per nine with a good walk rate. I think if he gets his control up. So we'll see how he develops. Alicia also signed under slot 340, third round pick, college guy. He's gonna chill in rookie ball too. Um, he hit really well in the kind of the prospect league and looks like a decent base runner. Can play corner outfield, maybe some TCR. He can get up to 60 center field. I don't know, but kind of a buy low, non-risk right there. We got Jake Brown, who can play two-way, but we're gonna have him just start. Looks like a good starter. Movement's a little low, but like what we got out of him. Signed for 700K. Have him in high A, going 50 pitches. So see how he does. We got Kevin McBride, college outfielder, can play center field at a high level. Have him in rookie ball for now. Um, he's 22. His ratings are already pretty up. I want to get his avoid Ks up a little bit. Not the best stealer, but good base runner, good speed. Could definitely stick in center for a while. Let's see. Got Will Gasparino. Don't like his personality with the work ethic, but everything else he's loyal, good financial ambition, and then just overall decent hit tool with the issue with the void Ks. But happy with that. We got Hayden Robinson, just kind of a starter, low work ethic, kind of a buy low guy. I like his ratings. Brevitas, another college pitcher, really overall solid ratings. Really like anything that gets over 55. Can get everything to 55 or 50 above, that'd be phenomenal. Have him starting in rookie ball as well. Um, Bastian, college outfielder, nothing really there. Good base runner, like corner outfield, high work ethic, so maybe some TCR on him. Good player development, in Oakland. Eric Becker, just a college infielder. Didn't really hit on many high school guys this draft except him. JJ Gathoff, high school pitcher, good work ethic. He's gonna be good, hopefully. College outfielder Kyle Henley, great base runner. Started going for like the guys who really have one good thing. He can play center, and he is a great base runner. So we took a chance on him, and the rest of the guys are kind of like that. This guy, um, Bryce Bristol Carter, he was undrafted in the last draft. I remember him, but good outfielder, good base runner. See what he does. Um, Jesse Watt, same thing, great defender. I just kind of picked him because he had good infield range. Maybe he developed something else. Azure, same thing, good outfield and infield range. See if he can develop it all. High schooler. Um, Cole Eaton, same thing, college, good outfielder, good base runner. and can might hit in a little bit. We'll see. Aratola, took him because he's a high schooler and had good infield range and good arm and decent personality. Uh, Kingwood, same thing, range. Um, just want to get the defense in, and then if he hits on like if he gets any TCR, any of these high school college guys get TCR in the bat, huge. Aguirre, low work ethic, but had decent catcher ability, and then decent ratings if he gets it all up. So he could be a guy if necessary. Just buy low, same thing. High good catcher, no hit, but we'll see. But I wanted to go back and look at our past drafts. Um, we kind of we hit. I would say that we hit with Chanel, but he just hasn't been good. He's locked up, so we're gonna give him all the run we can. But whatever. Bryce Eldridge still in A ball. Want to see his numbers kind of reach max potential before we start calling him up to the higher, the tougher leagues. Maui Ahuna, really close to breaking the majors. Um, he'll be the first one up, I think, if we have an injury to an infielder. So that's cool. Our second round pick in 2023, John Peck has his eye discipline still at 55, but his K rate's really high. But he's in Double A. Hopefully he develops a little more. Second baseman for sure. And then Gavin Grahovich has really broken out. Look at these. Look at this. These numbers developed. We moved him off catcher. Moved him to left field. High work ethic. Double A. He had a 163 WRC plus this year in 200 plate appearances. Love to see that. Moved him up to Triple A, and he got hurt. So he looks like a good guy. Cole Stokes, high school original, fifth round pick, really making his way through the system. Call him up to Double A here soon as he is pitching pretty well. I want to get his K rate down a little bit. I mean walk rate, but overall we have his strategy set. Think we can get his control up to 50 to 80. Maratis, two-way guy, might just move him to hitter, but he is hit at every level, or he's hit at A ball and Double A, so that's good to see. Um, Hartman, another two-way guy, looks kind of he's developing pretty well. He's also an A ball. Just want to get these guys all the run they can get while they're in these low minor league systems. Ben Thomas hasn't really been anything. Might move off of him soon. You know what? We'll release him for now because he's angry and he just hasn't done anything. Duke Ekstrom, one of our high school pitchers, ninth round, has developed into a guy. He is also the 86 prospect in baseball, and he is really close to hitting AAA and making the majors. So that's great to see. Egan, two-way guy, hitting pretty well in A ball. Um, wish the pitching was a little better, but it doesn't really matter. Clemmy, high school pitcher, developing really well. Hasn't pitched well in high A, but see how that goes. Trying to do trade him to somebody else, and he is in an independent league now. Musgrove really developed as a reliever. Hit really well through A ball, but hasn't done much in Double A. We'll see how that pans out, but he wants to play in the majors, so he might be pretty close. Leif Palmer, yeah, he's been whatever, just kind of a guy in the systems. Ideas, not much. Um, Cal Randall developed as a high school draft pick, sidearm starter, so pretty interesting out of him. He's in high A. Trough, reliever, developed a little bit. Good to see. Jonathan Rogers also developed a little bit. He's going to be a reliever, I think. Decent ratings, but I don't know if we'll get much out of him. And Barcy has developed out of high school. He in A ball, his catcher ability looks good. He looks like a future guy. Love to see that as a 19th round pick. And Mo Hampton, we traded him in the. I think we just released him. Yeah, we released him. Really nothing there, but he's in rookie ball hitting well with the Mets. Baumeister up with the majors. Blake Burke really close, slugging 720 with AAA. So I know he wants to play in the majors. He's the first guy. Mateo Gray hasn't really done much, still in rookie ball. Um, Virology, really good. We're just developing a bunch of pitchers, which you can never have enough of. Vance Honeycutt, dominating, really close to the majors. Love to see that. Melinda, same thing, developing into a good catcher defensively. We traded Joel Sias for Jordan Lawler. He's still in AAA in Reno. Neza developing well. Amaro developing well. Everyone's pretty much developing well. It seems like Hartzog. You love to see it. Christian Rodriguez. Everyone's kind of turning into a guy. They're almost all fully developed. Chase Allop, not really, but he's developed as a hitter. Um, Try to call him up to high A because that's good to see. Lock him, um, and we just want to move him to. We can have him pitch a little bit, but we'll have him be in relief. Yeah, that sounds good. Because then he can still hit. All right, Chase Allop, uh, Tommy Lamb developing well. Everyone's. This is what happens when you boost your player development. You actually invest in your player development. We're trying to be, more like the Rays and mix with the Dodgers, But that's just how it goes. We released Drew Briars, wasn't doing anything. Casper, we traded. Um, Winters, he's okay. Still in rookie ball. Might release him soon. And then in 2025, Matt Rowe, of course, William Hill, Noah Franco still. He's an A ball now. Kellner looking like a good second baseman in rookie ball. Um, Kublik and Von Necker. All right. He's an A ball still drilling. So all these guys are still there. Uh, but we like what we see. Probably go through the minor league system, kind of purge some guys soon. But that's where we're at. Major league team just underperforming as usual, 45 and 58. Not sure what we have to do. Our hitting's just not there. We're 11th in runs scored. We're 6th in runs against. We're first in strikeouts, but our zone rating is terrible. We really need to get our defense under control. Um, just tough to see. Volpe's been horrible at short. So the trade deadline is today. We're gonna try to make some things happen. I'm not sure the direction we're gonna go. It's so tough, but we'll see if we can kind of upgrade our shortstop defense and then go from there. I mean, even our catcher defense, our framing is not there. Uh, I should have taken the bullet and gone with pure shortstop, pure catcher defense. I do have Hedges in AAA, which he's framing okay, but maybe we just bite the bullet and do this. Have Hedges catch. He's the superstar in OOTP. So we'll see what we do. This will be the end of the episode. Um, Pretty disappointing overall, but what can we do? This is the realistic sim where you don't really know if anyone's amazing, low scouting accuracy, hard trading. So it's just the reality of the situation. We can also take really quick, take a look at the rest of the league. Riley Green dominating in Detroit. Buxton, Robert Perez, who's now playing. Oh, he was a prospect, but he has 23 home runs. Schwarber in Boston. Hassel, Jack Moss, first round pick. It turned into a stud on pace for 7 wins. Harper still kicking. Tatis still kicking. Um, Pitcher war. This guy with the Giants was a minor league free agent. We talked about him last time, but he is on pace to have a monster season. Really wish I saw him on the market when he was there. Max Fried, Nola, uh, Belo with Boston, Flanagan, Garrett Cole. And it looks like the Nationals are in first place. See if there's any old friends there. Angeles is there, old friend. Uh, Nobody really else from us. Emmett Sheehan's from us. So that's cool to see us 22 saves, but struggling. Red Sox, Guardians, Mariners, Padres, Reds, all leading their division. The Dodgers have struggled a little bit. I don't think they made the playoffs last year, and their team just doesn't look great. Tauber was one of our guys. They're having him play short, I think. See that? Short? Yeah, he is not good defensively. So interesting there. They must have some injuries or something. But quick look at our minor league system rankings. We are 11th. We have Rowe, Contreras. Contreras is close to hitting a ball, Ekstrom, and a beta. So feeling good about our minor league system. Um, maybe that's what we have to do. Just wait till our minor league guys develop and go from there. I wonder how Montez is doing. Uh, Lazario Montez, who we traded, and he's pretty much developed into like a AAA guy. So and his outfield developed a little bit. So that's good to see. His K rate is still 25. He's striking out 37% of the time. So a little happy we didn't keep him. We included him in the trade for Doty. We also traded Springer and Gauthier for King. So that's where we're at. Uh, how was Joey S doing? The original guy we got from Montez not doing that great. And Cusick, he's with the Rainiers now in AAA. All right. 100 man. It's with Detroit. What was this trade? Reese Olson. And how was Reese Olson doing? We traded him to the Jays. Not great, not bad. Starting for them. So interesting there. Hour hitting well in AAA. All right, so at this point we'll see you next episode. Dylan Cruz has struggled too, so not sure what to do here, but we just keep kicking, and I'll see you next episode.